You might be quite surprised to learn that in North Korea, children don't just study math or science. They also learn how to revere their leaders. Sounds strange, doesn't it? But it's true. From a young age, North Korean children are taught that their leaders are not just heads of state, but also superheroes with extraordinary abilities. And if they fail to show genuine respect for their leader, they face severe punishment, which can include being sent to labor camps in remote areas far from their families. It all sounds like something out of a fantasy movie, but this is the reality in North Korea. So the question is, why do North Koreans worship their leaders to such an extreme degree? Have they been drinking some kind of special government-made beverage? Or have they been enchanted by a mysterious spell? And here I am, Mason. Wherever Mason is, economic and social issues are analyzed with ease. Before we dive into the main content, please note that the video below has been compiled by my team and me from various sources. So if there's anything that needs to be added, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. To explain the fervent love that North Koreans have for their leaders, let's travel back in time to the period after World War II, when Korea was divided into North and South. At this point, South Korea was under US influence, while North Korea was backed by the Soviet Union. This was also the time when Kim Il-sung established his family dictatorship in North Korea. Kim Il-sung was a figure who resisted Japanese invasion. Stories of his bravery and leadership have been told so many times that every North Korean can recite them from beginning to end, and even backward, from end to beginning. And when talking about Kim Il-sung, it is impossible not to mention Juche, or the ideology of self-reliance, a political doctrine developed and perfected by Kim Il-sung himself. Juche is unique in that it is not merely socialism, but a political religion that blends Stalinism with elements of Christianity, Confucianism, and even ancestor worship. The people are taught that Kim Il-sung is not an ordinary man, but a deity. For example, in Christianity, God is the creator of our earth, but in Juche ideology, the one who created the world is North Korea's leader, Kim Il-sung. According to legend, when Kim Il-sung was born, the Taedong River melted in the middle of a harsh winter. A rainbow appeared in the sky, and a bright star shone down. These mythical stories have been propagated and repeated so often that they have gradually become indisputable truths in the eyes of North Koreans. To reinforce this mythology, Kim Il-sung ordered the destruction of other religions, banning people from practicing Buddhism or Christianity, as he believed these faiths would weaken the people's loyalty to him. According to statistics, during Kim Il-sung's rule, more than 2,000 temples and churches were destroyed. And that is a glimpse of the god Kim Il-sung in North Korea. Even today, the process of choosing a leader in North Korea is unlike any other country. There are no elections. Power in North Korea is passed down from father to son in a unique hereditary system. Kim Il-sung handed power to his son, Kim Jong-il, and now Kim Jong-il's son, Kim Jong-un, continues that tradition. If power in North Korea were compared to an inheritance, only members of the Kim family would be able to inherit this family asset and lead the country. Notably, North Koreans are taught that the blood of the Kim leaders is a special type of blood. If Kim Il-sung is a god, then Kim Jong-il was revered as the son of the nation. And even more astonishingly, according to legend, he was believed to have the ability to control the weather. As for Kim Jong-un, he is no less extraordinary than his father. From a young age, he has been hailed as a cosmic genius with exceptional leadership abilities. So, the more we analyze it, the more illogical it seems, right? But what exactly makes North Koreans believe so absolutely in these myths? First, North Koreans are educated to love their leaders through textbooks. From a young age, they are taught about the greatness of the Kim family through special subjects. In these textbooks, history is no longer a collection of ordinary events. Instead, every historical moment revolves around the achievements and victories of Kim Il-sung and his successors. The lessons on leader worship are not only taught through books, but also through images, statues, and stories of the miraculous feats accomplished by the leaders. This creates a worldview in which people believe that everything centers around the leadership of the Kim family. Even in math, problems are designed to be related to the leaders, such as Chairman Kim distributes 10 apples to 5 citizens. And, of course, in the problem, everyone feels immense happiness due to the leader's generosity. The leader's image appears everywhere, from framed pictures in homes to massive statues in public parks. This makes it impossible for North Koreans to separate their leader from their daily lives. Next, it's not just that people are indoctrinated from a young age. It's also because, aside from the official narrative, they have no access to any other sources of information, whether domestic or foreign. In today's world, it's hard to believe, but the reality is that all information in North Korea is strictly controlled. Through state-controlled media, the leader is constantly praised, and every event is portrayed as a miracle with the leader as the ultimate hero in the hearts of the people. To achieve this level of control, North Korean media must be incredibly powerful. This influence extends beyond politics and society. It dominates culture and the arts as well. Every form of entertainment, from films and music to theatrical performances, must adhere to propaganda guidelines. Songs glorify the leader, plays and movies depict him as a divine figure, and national events such as festivals and celebrations are not just about commemorating achievements, but also reaffirming the leader's central role in people's lives. These activities are not merely for entertainment. They serve as constant reinforcement of loyalty and absolute reverence for the leader. And finally, beyond propaganda, the North Korean government employs another powerful tool to control the minds of its people: surveillance. Under the tight grip of the North Korean regime, every aspect of citizens' lives is monitored and regulated by the state. People's actions, thoughts, and even emotions are not beyond the reach of government intervention. North Korea uses strong propaganda tools to construct the image of its leader as a divine figure, both close to the people, yet immensely powerful. But beyond that, the government has implemented an extensive surveillance system to ensure that no act goes unnoticed. Not only are there security cameras, but also colleagues, neighbors, and even family members can act as the eyes and ears of the government. If someone speaks ill of the leader or displays any sign of defiance, they are reported and punished immediately. Citizens are encouraged or even forced to monitor and report any behavior that does not align with government expectations. Over time, this has created an environment of constant fear where people are forced to self-censor to avoid punishment. Any form of opposition or resistance is dealt with harshly. Those caught engaging in anti-government activities face severe consequences, ranging from forced labor and imprisonment in prison camps to execution. Not only the individuals involved, but also their families can be implicated, reinforcing a system of control that forces people to comply and accept their reality. As a result, in this context, loving the leader is not just a natural sentiment. It is a national duty and the only way to survive in a society where the power of the Kim family is absolute and untouchable. In conclusion, North Korean society has been shaped into an environment where citizens must constantly live in fear and vigilance. If you do not comply, you risk being sent to forced labor camps or even facing execution. So the question arises, is there anyone brave enough to resist this regime? Perhaps very few, because the price to pay is too high, not just for themselves, but for their entire family. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to support Mason. See you in the next videos.